It is the 41st millennium. Mankind battles for survival across the universe, besieged on all fronts by the heretic, the mutant, and the alien. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. One faction of Space Marines stands amidst the chaos, the mightiest of the Emperor's warriors, and a beacon of light in the darkness. This legion, the 9th Legion of Adeptus Astartes, the Blood Angels.
Hey guys. Hello. Hello.
It is the 40.
I've got too many overlays on. I don't know what the frick is going on. I do have my screen casted. How big is that? I see that okay. Can you guys see that okay? Can't see the chat. Okay, that's a problem. Hold on. Can't see chat. I need to see chat or I'm gonna just be talking to myself. Put that over there. Save. Chat. Where is chat? Chat. Where are the viewers? Views and alerts. Is that button not working? There we go. Goals. Okay, so views and alerts will be underneath that. Okay, fine. Good evening. There we go. 77 people in the house. What's happening, guys? 77 of you. Let's see. You can see chat now. I still can't see it. Hold on. You chat. Docs chat. Chat. I'm grossly unprepared. Here we go. I can see chat. Evan, Campbell, Jim, good evening. Let's try and get, I don't know, let's be aggressive. Let's try and say tonight on this stream we're gonna get 150 likes. Can we get 150 likes on this stream tonight? Let's find out. Come on. Most likes we ever get on a video. We finally got a buff. We got an upgrade. Can you believe it? Games Workshop didn't ignore us. Did I hear there's new balanced Dataslate? No, I just thought I'd randomly come on. It took me ages to get this damn phone displaying on my screen. Why is it screen sharing stopped? Oh, maybe I locked my phone. Hold on. Or maybe my phone went to sleep. I got a re-grant permission on the mobile phone. Alright, I can't let my phone go to sleep. That's not ideal. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that and try and not let my phone go to sleep. I don't know, I think my phone normally goes to sleep after a few minutes. Cool. Anyway. So, William says, my take is +2, strength is huge, but Gladius and Ironstorm are also amazing. It's going to take playtesting and theory crafting to see if it's competitive. It is going to take both, yes. But I'm inspired enough to, I'm playing Miles tomorrow night, and I haven't looked at Miles' list. Actually, Miles will be updating his list because I guess the balanced Dataslate will change his points cost. So my thought is I need to make a Blood Angels, I need to make a Sons of Sanguinius list tonight. I need to get rid of I need to get rid of a bunch of units, obviously. Keep what I think strong. Oh, this list went up 35 points. I guess the reason this list went up points would be the aggressors went up 20. I think this list had a score of scouts. So the scouts would have gone up 10. I don't know what else went up points. I thought heavy intercessors came down 5 points. I'm not entirely sure what else changed. Something else must have nicked up 10 points. The Devastators, that was it. So the list I've got isn't even valid anymore because Devastators went up 10. Scouts went up 10. Aggressors went up 20. I think aggressors are unplayable now, by the way. Because I already thought they were so expensive, like they felt so expensive. Every aggressor dying feels so bad and you lose so much of their firepower. So I don't think I'm going to run aggressors anymore. Centurion Devastators, you're right, went up. Anyway, hello everybody. Marius, good evening. Two Scoops, good evening. Blood Buffalo, Terminators, Power Fists, and Chain Fists are Strength 10. And in a way, I think this makes Power Fists a lot better on Terminators, right? Because there's almost no reason to run Chain Fists now, because don't Power Fists get... Do you know what? This is why I'm in here, so I can look at all the friggin' data sheets. Terminators. I realised after I got this up, this would have been better on my iPad, but my daughter's unwell. She's still unwell from like the cold last week, so I'm using my phone. Terminators. Outriders are down at 80. Are Outriders going to be good now? So Terminators have... These are the wrong Terminators. Terminators potentially have 3 attacks. Well, it'll be 4 attacks in Sons of Sanguinius. So 4 attacks at Strength 10 minus 2/2, or 4 attacks at Strength 10 minus 2/2, anti-vehicle 3 up, but you hit on 4s. So, interesting. But yes, I think a Sons of Sanguinius Horde army could be good. You're off your Rocker Man. Aggressors are fine. Having played aggressors a bunch, and having run them into armies that counter them pretty hard, I already thought they were pretty expensive at 220. But hey, my opinion is my opinion, guys. If you don't like my opinion, then throw my opinion in the bin. I'll just tell you how I feel. I think at 240 I'm done with aggressors. I think at 130 as well I might be done with Inceptors, but we'll see. The thing that bothers me about it is that basically flamer aggressors and bolter inceptors take a nerf here for no reason, right? Outriders are just cheaper suck. So Outriders, I mean, they are cheaper suck. You're right, Mark. How are you, Mark? Does their Strength 6 Chainsword change anything? Probably not. I'm gonna put some. Hold on. I need to put some notes on the screen as well. Excuse the cough. Even in my weekly video, which I just filmed right before this one, I have this stupid cough that will not go away. Did you guys know that there was a Blood Angels list that went 6-0 LVO film? Because I didn't know. And that is what this week's tactics video is. Or this week's, that's what this week's video is. Blood Angels list that went 6-0 LVO. So I just finished filming that video right before I got on here. I need to capture a window. Perfect. Down here in this corner. And I need the smaller one, right? Yeah. Right, here's my notes. And these are things that might be interesting. You guys might need to keep me right on this. So, Blade Guard, EGBs. Let me write this in a size font that you can all read quickly. They are Strength 5, they are -2. They are 2 damage, and they do get 4 attack space. So in SOS, they become Strength 7 -2, 2 damage, 5 attacks. So my thought was, can I attach a captain? And I'm going to be spitballing a lot of ideas tonight. I'm going to basically build... In the stream, I'm going to throw my Gladius my Gladius list away. Do you know what? Here it is. Gladius Angels. ... delete. Are you sure you want to delete Gladius Angels? We'll come back to Gladius. what was that bit in Lord of the Rings? Meat's back on the menu, boys! Melee's back on the menus. Vanguard veterans are now very good. Vanguard veterans are one of the ones that I want to put some notes up on the screen about as well. Yeah, 100%. I was going to say that. Okay, yeah, the stream's like yeah, you can see my notes, right? The music's too loud. I turned it down. I'm gonna leave the music on. It's just a chill stream tonight. If anyone's got any questions about anything, they'll fire them in the chat. If you have a green name, then you are a member, so you get free super chat. You can use that by clicking the big, it looks like a dollar. If you click the dollar underneath the chat, you will be able to use a super chat. So go ahead and use the super chat if you have a question that you want, and then hopefully I'll be able to get to it and I'll read it out. Death Company or Chaplain are pretty spicy for heavy infantry and vehicles. Yeah, Death Company or Chaplain are strength 10 plus 1 to wound. Assuming power fists, right? But I don't know why else you would. They didn't actually fix Death Company. I'll show you why they didn't fix them. I was actually kind of disappointed. I don't know if I need to. We're going Space Marines, we're going Blood Angels. For the first time in about 6 months, I will click the Sons of Sanguinius button and type Sons Rise again. Right, that's the name of my list. Okay, now this is not going to be. I'm not going to conform to. I did think about this, and I did think that, like, hey, we can just go all jump infantry again. I don't think all jump infantry is the way to win games. So I think we're going to do a list with more infantry than we've seen for a long time. I think the list I'm going to build today, and I'm going to play Miles with it tomorrow, is going to be Death Company. So the whole list, we're going to have Death Company Dreadnoughts, we're going to have, I don't know, at least 20 Death Company with jump packs. We're going to have Lamartas in there for sure. We're going to have multiple Chaplains in there for sure. I might even have a Terminator squad with a Chaplain in there as well. So it's going to be Chaplain Center, because with the extra strength and Chaplains everywhere, we're just going to wound everything on 2s like we used to do last edition. That's my thoughts. That's what I'm excited about. Blood Buffalo says, don't overlook Terminators. I was actually thinking of taking Thunderhammer Terminators, believe it or not. Just because. Reasons, right? Let's see if I can just tidy this up a little bit. Anyway, thanks for being here. Good evening as all. So Friday's tactics. So we're going to play Sons of Sanguinius list tomorrow, which sounds very crazy. Evening, Mike, and we're going to. So if you want to see Sons of Sanguinius with their strength 10 power fist in action, then that's happening tomorrow night. Jump infantry plus undefeated Falchion. Get the band back together. I don't know about Legends. I don't know if we're going quite that far, James. I mean, we're excited. But I think I used to run term. Okay, so hold on. I gotta change how long before my phone locks itself. I think I must have like an auto lock of 5 minutes or something. Auto lock. I actually have an auto lock of 2 minutes. I'll just put auto lock up to maximum. Alright, sorry. Let me fix the. But yeah, I think the thing. Yeah, so hold on. Before I lose my train of thought. Blade Guard veterans, Sons of Sanguinius are strength 7, -2 damage, 5 attacks per model, right? So the captain that goes with the Blade Guard, he is just a regular captain. I actually don't really know his abilities because I don't usually run the regular captain. Right. What's his war gear options? So if he's going to be with the Blade Guard, he has to have... So if he wants to be attached to Blade Guard, he needs to be equipped with a relic shield and cannot be attached to Hellbat. Okay, so that's fine. So basically we just need a captain with a relic shield. His bolt pistol and close combat weapon are replaced with the heavy bolt pistol, mastercrafted power weapon, and one relic shield. But he doesn't give strength on the charge. Okay, so they still stay at strength 7. I guess what he gets would be the 3 extra attacks at devastating wounds. Okay, that's not as exciting as I'd hoped. So Blade Guard can basically be strength 7, and Van Vets, and they start at strength 5. They get +1 if they have a jump captain with them. Correct? Yeah, which makes them strength 6. And then +2, so Van Vets can be strength 8. So they'll do like small ends. Van Vets, Blade Guard veterans. Strength 8, they can be -2 AP if you attach the Sanguinius Priest to them to give them 1 AP. Then they're 1 damage and they're also 5 attacks. Right, we've got 93 likes on the stream, we've got 123 people watching, guys. I'm sure we can do it. We can get to 150 likes tonight. And they've got lethal hits. Thank you. Yes, lethals. Lethals. Do you know what? I'll do double 5 attacks. Leaths. Because otherwise it will wrap onto new line. Death Company obviously can be strength 10 now. They'll be -2 AP, they'll be 2 damage, you get 4 attacks, but they get rerolls to hit. And then the Sangri Guard will be strength 7, -2 AP, 2 damage. But Sangri Guard are interesting in a way because you can either give them +1 to hit from Dante, or you could give them strength 8 from a captain, and then you get with the captain you could get the free stratagem inside there as well. I'm just not sure of Sangri Guard. They're still 175 points. They're not exciting me. Death Company I think 3 squads of Death Company is where I should. 3 squads of Death Company in either a squad of Terminators or Centurions, Assault Centurions. Let's just put Ass Sense. They're now strength 12. Right? I don't think Assault Centurions went up in points. Let me just check. I think Shooting Centurions went up in points. They're not battle line. It'd be funny if they were battle line. Centurions. Can't type. Centurions. Yeah, so Assault Centurions are still 150. I thought these guys were pretty good before at 150. Yeah, they become strength 12, -2, 3 damage. And they get sustained, well, they're twin linked, and they also get sustained 2 against monsters and vehicles, isn't it?
I have awoken.
Sustained 2, monsters, vehicles, and forts. Sus 2, and technically they get 4 attacks. Need to make this a tiny bit smaller. Put it on online. Land Raiders get a free discounted tank shock now. They do?
I have awoken.
Commander, the betrayal of the Green Day Packer shirt. Hey, it's just a shirt, man. Someone bought it for me. Strength 12 makes me happy. Strength 12 twin linked is pretty nice. You know, I complained a lot about +1 strength not hitting very many breakpoints. I feel like +2 strength does hit breakpoints. Blade Guard veterans at strength 7 sound a lot more powerful than strength 6. And I think the strength 7 maybe just comes from like, hey, you're fighting Death Guard or something. Strength 7 sounds pretty strong. Sanguinary Guard actually sound pretty strong with strength 7. What sounds stronger, guys? Sanguinary Guard with strength 7 and +1 to hit? Or Sanguinary Guard with strength 8 and no +1 to hit? What do people prefer? Do you know what? We'll start with a poll. Is anyone running... Does today's balance slate make anyone want to run Sangard? I will run them. You have my ass. No. Alright, let's see what people say. Are Sangard interesting? Because if Sangard are interesting, then maybe I should put some Sangard in this list. Anyone else getting a lot of ads tonight? Oh, mother, let me turn it off. There's literally a stupid button that's like, choose how mid-roll ads appear. Schedule mid-roll in a frequency, which is the default option, or insert mid-rolls manually. So if I change it to insert mid-rolls manually, if I don't insert any ads, then you guys don't get any ads. So that's usually what happens on my streams. If you are watching any of my live streams and there's shitloads of ads, then tell me, because it just means I forgot to turn the button off. But YouTube love ad revenue, don't they? So they always default that shit back on, and you've got to turn it off. I usually have it off on all my streams. I guess this is an impromptu stream. So it's off now, Campbell. Refresh the page, you won't see any more ads, hopefully. I think +1 to hit, since you need better wounding, you can always just RR. Red Rampage, +1 to wound. It is annoying that there's not really, beyond your one Oath of Moment target, there's not really one way to do it. The big problem with Sanguinary Guard is they're too fragile. They are still fragile. I was looking at Dante's profile. Let's have a look at Dante now. Because +1 strength was underwhelming on lots of things, but +2 strength does actually start hitting breakpoints where, like, characters that I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm not interested in Dante. Let's have a look. So Dante has 8 attacks with lethals, but he's now strength 9. So, like, if Dante needs to kill elites, I guess what I mean by elites is not tanks, not vehicles. If Dante needs to kill enemy elites, does this make a huge difference to him? Well, if your elite's like a friggin' Beast of Nurgle with T8, Beast of Nurgle or T8, right? Then yeah, this makes a difference. He's now wounding on 3s as opposed to wounding on 5s or 4s. So Dante could become interesting. Highland Phoenix coming in with gifted Battle Brother memberships. Thank you so much, Highland Phoenix. I do really appreciate all the gifted memberships. Apparently I can gift memberships. YouTube emailed me, right? I don't know how the hell to do it though. YouTube are very cryptic. They sent me this email that said, like, Blood Angels Commander. It says, you can now gift memberships to your community each month, free of charge. Every month you'll receive 10 memberships to gift fans. And I was like, oh, I can gift people. I can make people not have dirty grey names. I can't find the button. Which is really strange. Like, I'd love to gift out some free membership. That sounds like a really great idea. They emailed me, but apparently I don't know how to do it. 5 Sanguinary Guard, a captain, is the same cost as 10 jump intercessors with the priest. I'll take the second one every time. 10 jump intercessors with a priest. I mean, it's potentially that's 5 mortal wounds every time you charge. Give member, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to, Crozia. If they tell me, thank you so much for the likes on the screen. So yeah, Dante now, why is this all cut off? What's happened? Moved around. It got bigger, it got smaller, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so this is Dante interesting now. Strength 9. He does get 9 attacks on the charge. 9 strength 9. That's a lot, man. Many points? 120. 9 strength 9 at -3. Lethals. Miles is making his new list. Miles, I'm going to talk about my new list for the next hour, so if you watch my stream, you'll beat me tomorrow night. Yeah. What do we think about the new ability? I've missed the new ability. Where can I find the new ability? For Dante or for someone else? I've been so focused on this +2 strength thing. But I was thinking chaplains, like loads of chaplains, like even the chaplain with the Terminator armor with the shield, for example. His abilities are, when this model is leading unit, you still get the +1 to wound, and while he's leading unit, you have a 4 feel no pain against mortals. Not that mortals are as big a problem as they were. I was thinking about the Sanguinius big time actually, because the Sanguinius was a key unit for the 6-0 LVO Blood Angels list. And I know I don't run the Sanguinius, but I mean, I guess on the charge now he's strength 8. Nine attacks, dev wounds. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of trying Assault Terminators. Because they've got Strength 10 Thunderhammers. You give them the Chaplain, you get Strength 10 Thunderhammers, you got 3 built-in rerolls 1. The Terminators have 4 wounds a time. Obviously, Assault Terminators fit in a Redeemer along with the Chaplain. Good night, Miles. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, why does he show up at Strength 8 now, Reziel? What am I missing? The Lightning Claws on Terminators are worth it too. Let's have a look. I'm going to start building a list in a few minutes. I just want to have a look at a few more options. I didn't put the Terminators on my notes, but Terminators are going to be, it's going to be ass terms. Let's look up some ass terms. Hold on. I used to run these guys last edition. I really liked them last edition. So they're only going to have 4 attacks. They are going to be strength 10. They're going to be -2 AP. They're going to be 2 damage. They're going to have dev wounds. But because they've got, they'll have 4 wounds because of the Storm Shield. And if you run any with Lightning Claws, the Lightning Claws will be Strength 7 Twin Light. 6 attacks, Strength 7 Twin Light. Strength 7 does seem pretty good for Lightning Claws now, right? I mean, that's more strength than like a power sword and stuff. Would it be worth running some Terminators like 3 sword and board? Ardeen says, where can I get Terminators? I mean, hopefully in a new Blood Angels kit that's coming out this year. Valrak made a video the other day saying Blood Angels are supposed to be getting a box, a refresh box. I didn't think he got the +2 strength when Heroic intervened, but like I said, I don't really run the Sanguinar. I think I've only run him one time in 10th, and I wasn't sorry, yeah, I think I've only run him one time in 10th. And I never really ran him last edition because his Heroic Intervention didn't have Fight First last edition, so I didn't really see the point of it. Power Swords are Strength 7 as well now. Yeah, the other guy that I was interested in as well is like the Death Company Dreadnought, right? Like his melee is pretty interesting now, like with the Furioso Fists, he's Strength 14, Twin Linked. So Strength 14 Twin Linked is a lot, especially because he could tank shock when he arrives. The Blood Talons are Strength 10. You get 8 attacks at strength 10. They're still twin linked. Maybe the Talons are good now, man. It's kind of hard to say. I hope when we get the Blood Angels Codex, we get a... I hope we get a stratagem that lets us add AP to a unit or an attack or something, right? Crozier says that the Blood Angels detachment, the Blood Angels rule will now get added to the Heroic Intervention. Did I not read that properly? Where can I find that damn rule? Where's the actual wording of it? Is it in here? Blood Angels. Index Blood Angels. Each time the Adeptus start a unit from your army selected to fight, if that unit made a charge move this turn until the end of the phase, add 2 to the strength characteristic and 1 to the attack characteristic of melee weapons in that model. So place the Sanguinar's ability, placing him in combat, Crozier, will give him the Red Thirst. Was that an FAQ? Or why? Someone else said there was a new ability on Land Raiders. Did I miss that? Was it on the data sheet, or is it in the balanced data slate? Do you know what? I better pull up the balanced data slate. I only skimmed it and got to the Blood Angel section. I do have it in front of me here. Hold on. Excuse me. What have I missed? The new rules commentary update says that under the charge bonus section. Thank you, Mark. Charge bonus. In the rules commentary, it clarifies that the charge bonus only refers to the innate fight first ability of the charge. Any other potential effects that trigger on the charge still happen. Okay, so if you're heroic, you'll get the +2 strength, +1 attack, but if Sanguinar just appears out of nowhere, you won't get it. I mean, I guess if you heroic later in the game with the Sanguinar, and he is low and operative and stuff like that, so he can't be shot. It's possible, okay. That's good to know. So, hold on. Let's look at this poll. So, 60% of people still think Sanguinary Guard are not good. Okay. So okay, I guess I'm not putting Sanguinary Guard in this list I'm building. Do you know what? I'll start with the things that are non-negotiable for me, right? So Resi will be very happy. We're going to start with Lamartez. I'd kind of hope that he would come down a little bit, but he's still in 110 points. He's going in the list. He's non-negotiable. Because I don't run the Sanguinar, I'm going to put him in for now. I think he's worth me learning to play at a high level. He can be the Warlord. I don't suppose it makes so much difference. But he might have to be cut. We'll see. The list that I'm going to run is going to need... It's going to need a lot of... This is the Sons of Sanguinius list. I haven't run Sons of Sanguinius since like the second week of 10th edition. So it's good to have a chance to run it after like 6 months, literally. Apparently it does make sense now to run Intercessor Death Company for the free Overwatch or Heroic. I don't think so. I don't think Death Company Intercessors are good. Because I guess they can have chain swords, which are strength 6. But no, I don't think I would run them. My problem with the Death Company is like why they really need to fix the fact that like if you look at the melee weapons, the chainsword here has the same number of attacks as the power weapon, and the power weapon has 1 more strength and 1 more EP. So it's like chainswords really, in my opinion, in this profile, Death Company should have 5 attacks. Because otherwise there's literally, I mean, it's already hard to justify taking them anyway. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to do then is we're going to start with a 10-man Death Company. Because I think Death Company with Power Fists are the best unit that Blood Angels can have. So let's do 10 with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists. Really silly that lets you put 11 when you can only have 10 guys in the squad, but whatever. There we go. So 10 Death Company with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists. 5 Death Company with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists. Have to remove these. And 5 more with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists. So 20 Death Company, all Infernal Pistols, Power Fists. We've got Lamartez leading the 10-man. We get 2 other squads. Let's see how we get on, okay? So all these guys on the charge now will be strength 10, minus 2 do damage. Look at a minimum Outrider unit, think about them in terms of what you get for the cost outside the offense. I was actually thinking about 3 Outriders. If I've got 80 points at the end, I'm going to take them res because they're just going to be a hassle. What do we think of Mephiston now? So Mephiston is strength 10 now. Thank God. So stupid that he was like lost strength on the sword, wasn't it? Oh, I lied. Mephiston's strength 11 now. No, thank God again. He's got fight first. Units in his model have a 4 up against psychic attacks, and he has the potential to lower enemy weapon skill and attacks. Strength 11 makes a big difference for him. Our Reaver's still trash. I mean, 2 extra strength helps. Is it worth Death Company to use Thunderhammers now? I don't think so, because I don't think -1 to hit makes up for the odd devastating wounds. I'd have to do the math on that, but remember, you lose Infernal Pistols as well. And Infernal Pistols can do a lot of damage, and you can shoot them in combat, and Living Ghost says Mephistone's still attached to mid-core trash. Yeah, I mean, if Mephistone could attach to Blade Guard now, the Blade Guard are strength 7 and they have fight first, then that could start getting interesting. This list also is going to need a Redeemer. And do you know what? I'm going to throw in the Calidus Assassin as well because I kind of think she's awesome. And we'll see where we get to. So we're going to need a Redeemer. Dedicated Transport. Redeemer's not going to be in there, is it? Redeemer. Alright, and I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna put a squad of Terminators inside the Redeemer. I'm gonna do Storm and Borer Terminators. How many am I gonna do with Thunderhammers? I used to run like 3 Thunderhammers. Sergeant can. I used to make sure like the Sergeant got the Thunderhammer because he gets extra attack, sure. So let's have 2 guys with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, 2 guys with Lightning Claws. I think that at least last edition, that gave that squad a bit of versatility, right? Like it can kill some infantry, it can also kill some bigger targets. However, I want to buff this squad of Terminators. So I'm going to buff them with a Chaplain, and one of the reasons to give them the Chaplain gives them, it's another way of getting +1 to wound, right? But it'll also mean these 2 other squads of Death Company have more chance of being in range of a Chaplain and hence not being OC0, which is a problem. Death Company without Chaplains are OC0. Which I don't like. I might actually even add 1 more Chaplain to the list. We'll see. That's getting into 5 character territory, but hey. I want to try the 6 Assault Terminators with a Chaplain. My thought before today, and this could be actually completely mad, is this transport can take 14. What about putting 1 more character in there? So the Chaplain... Oh, the Chaplain won't be able to attach with an Ancient as well, will he? So I was thinking an Ancient and Terminator armor. Because he'd have the... It would have to be a Captain at that point. Annoying. Okay, so maybe my Ancient idea is not as viable. But I did think about this, because the Ancient could have... You know... a Strength 10 Thunderhammer if you wanted it, and that would give all these Terminators OC2 if we say that they're durable now and they're going to smash. Would Blade Guard be better than the Terminators? It's a good question. Would Blade Guard be better than the Terminators? My thought originally was to use this, keep the banner high. So while the model is leading unit, each time the model makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if the unit is below starting strength, add 1 to the wound roll as well if it's below starting strength, and then have a durable squad of Terminators that are going to be hitting so friggin' hard. But you could do 6 Blade Guard plus a character as well. That's an option. Do you know who I didn't really look at was the Judiciar. You could also just do yeah, the question is, I've already said in my mind that I think toughness 4 is a bad number. But does toughness 5 make that much difference on the Terminators? I'm not sure. Do you know what? I'm going to add a battle line squad here as well. I think heavy intercessors were amazing previously at 105 points. So I think at 100 points now, I think they're super dope. And I'm probably going to have to cut some things. I'm also going to add a squad of infiltrators. Because if my whole idea of my army is to throw everything forward, then I need something to screen the backfield, and that will be the squad of infiltrators. Furioso Dreadnought. No, not a Furioso Dreadnought, Joffrey, but you did remind me. I'm putting a Death Company Dreadnought in this list as well. I haven't decided which weapon. I'm ditching the Librarian Dreadnought. I'm not going to run it for this list. So, but I'm going pretty hard on Death Company, in that we'll have the Death Company Dreadnought. We'll have 3 squads of Death Company Marines. I really wanted to also... I don't know if I can... I'm out of points already. I did want to try and fit my double Vindicator. So I'm way over on points already. But this was the list, or this was something that I felt in my head might be might be what we should think about, right? Like, so we still have double Vindicator, which we know with Oath of Moment is amazing. We have the Khaled's Assassin. She can score stuff. She can do stratagem shenanigans. We have the Land Raider Redeemer with like a brick of Terminators inside it. We have 20 Death Company Marines, 10 of which are led with Lamartes. We have an Infiltrator squad to screen the backfield. We have heavy intercessors to potentially push up. We might not need the heavy intercessors, I suppose, if we've got Terminators, or maybe we can lose the Terminators and get Blade Guard and make this fit in 2,000 points. I did say the Sanguinius could potentially be cut in this list because he wasn't really part of the plan. I mean, he's a cool unit, but potentially he can get cut. But I do want to learn how to play him. And then you've got a Chaplain and Terminator armor, just because that'll make the Terminators potentially wound stuff on 2s. You know, like the Terminators will... Anytime you're going to have a... When I first started thinking about the list, I was thinking like Chaplains plus Strength 10 Thunderhammers, right? Because then you're going to have Strength 10 most of the time, except against like Land Raiders, which is going to be one of in the game. You're going to be wounding on 4s or 3s, and then you've got the Chaplain, so basically you're wounding on 2s or 3s. And you can't really re-roll your wounds all that easily, unless you take that Lieutenant, which I don't really always take, or I don't often take. So that was my like initial thought when I started thinking about like, let's put a list together. Is going to benefit the most from Sons of Sanguinius, and I think the unit that's probably going to benefit the most from is any unit that's got a Strength 10 weapon, right? Drop the heavy intercessors and swap the Scalvus for scouts. That might get you there. I think that might get me there right bang on the nose, actually. Because heavy intercessors, I think I would be 10 points over, because scouts are 65 now. I mean, there could be an argument there if I definitely need points to not run a Redeemer and just run a regular Land Raider. It's got smaller capacity. I think DTM might be right though. Maybe the Terminator's too expensive. But the Terminators are doing the same job as the Heavy Intercessors, right? Heavy Intercessors want to sit on a midfield objective and secure it. I mean, that's what Terminators do without Stormbolt, without... Like, I could run non-close combat Terminators, but close combat Terminators do that as well. Even in Valrak, how you doing? Yeah, Helbrecht got 25-point nerf. I mean, Black Templars were too strong, I think. Blood Angel's been clutching at straws for like 6 months, dude. We finally get +1 more strength. Like, this is the first Sons of Sanguinius list that I've built in, honestly, 6 months. I've been playing Gladius. No one's been watching my channel, or a lot less people have been watching, honestly, because Blood Angels players don't want to play shooting lists, but that's what's been strong. And the video I've got coming out on Friday, actually, which I just filmed before this, is shooting Blood Angels list from LVO that went 6-0, right? But yeah, so and I know I just filmed it, and basically in that video for Friday I'm saying, like, I told you guys that Gladius Blood Angels could win a GT, just it was not me, because I guess I'm not a good enough player. But if this doesn't work well, I'll be back on Gladius very quickly, don't worry. Is the Sanguinius really worth 140 points? So, the thing about the Sanguiner, and I could draw a really bad diagram because I was thinking about this today, and I didn't, because I haven't been running him, I guess I didn't, I knew he was strong, like I knew he was strong, but I didn't think of all the implications. So here's his profile, right? 8 attacks, 2 up, 6 minus 3, 2. Let's just say, I was going to say, let me look up paint or something. Bear in mind, I'm like the shittest artist you've ever seen in your life. I was going to say, I could put up paint, or I could just put my... I put my overhead camera on for a second. Yeah, it'd probably be easier to see on my overhead camera, right? Hold on then. If I can. Let me put this up here one sec. See if I can get it to connect. There's a USB error. Is there? God, you know what? It's not disconnected on me for months, but apparently... Oh, there it goes. Okay, so if I swap my cameras... One second, let me think how to do this. Right, okay, so you can see my hands. Perfect, right? Let's imagine there's 6. Since they... I don't know. I need a couple more models. Let me get a few more models. Alright, so this squad of, like, I guess this is, just imagine this is one big squad of assault marines or something, right? And they're gonna assault, I don't know, this character way over here. So they make their charge, get my keyboard that way. They make their charge like this, so they've got like the 3-inch pile-in consolidation, and they're wanting, like, maybe they're spread out a little bit. They're wanting to fight this character and kill this character over here, right? When you put the Sanguiner in from Deep Strike, you put him wherever the fuck you want to put him. So like, and what's he got? He's, I guess I've lost his profile off the screen, but it was like 8 attacks, 2 up hits, strength 6, minus 3, 2 damage. So like, I'll just do some maths. 8 times 0.8333, right? So 8 attacks becomes 6.66 attacks. Let's say you're fighting Marines or something. So these are Marines, right? So he can kill, and there's dev wounds in here. So like on an average roll, and bear in mind you could roll high, you could roll low. On an average roll, he can kill like 4 of these guys, maybe even 5. You get slightly above average, he's going to kill 5. So where are you going to put the Sanguiner that's going to be obnoxious? Well, you're not going to put them right there, because they're all going to pile in anyway, right? So the idea would be to put him somewhere that's super obnoxious. And remember, when these guys made a charge, every unit that could have got into base contact has to be in base contact. So you can have, like, potentially he's got the squad like this, where 4 of the guys are stuck in base contact with her, and then these guys are here. They're going to pile in, right? So what if you just put the Sanguiner in here? Right? He's going to kill 4 guys. Well, you know, they want to fight back. Pretend this isn't heavy intercessors. Pretend there's a really elite melee unit that's going to potentially kill the Sanguiner as well, right? But like, how are you picking up 4 guys from this? Right, well, if I pick up these 2, then I probably can't kill the target that I needed to kill. And I guess that's the point with the Sanguiner, and that I hadn't really factored into my calculations. Yes, he might not kill the whole squad, that you can kill really obnoxiously, and then like it's going to be so I've got to pick up 4 models. Well, I guess if I pick up these 4, well, what am I fighting now? So I probably want to leave somebody in base contact with the Sanguiner, because I probably want to fight him. Then I probably have to have somebody daisy chained here so that I can still fight her. So then I have to do something like that. So it's like now I have to split my attacks. And how do I even do a pile in here? I can't, really. I mean, I guess I can pile in like that so he can fight through and these 2 can fight her, but like, it's not going to be optimal for the opponent. So I guess that's why I want to play the Sanguiner. That's why I want to learn. Because obviously, the guy that took the Sanguiner to LVO went 6-0 with Blood Angels, which I think is pretty amazing. I even say in my video for Friday, I don't think I could ever go to LVO and go 6-0. I'm not that good a player. I don't get to practice enough. But I guess like if you learn the Sanguiner, right? There's going to be some obnoxious I had to figure out how to get back to where I was before. I don't usually mess with the... I get the stream ready to go, and then stream and don't really change. The Sanguiner update is surely pointing towards the model update for a coming box. What Sanguiner update are you referring to, sorry? The Sanguiner can also epic challenge, that's a very good point. So you could also put all the attacks into an enemy character. Therefore, I guess, hurting that enemy unit by removing their character, like before the fight starts, or as the fight starts, right? So, I don't know, I'm not the greatest explanation of the Sanguiner, because I don't run him. I've been running the Librarian Dreadnought with the aggressors, which we all know how that works, and I'm probably an expert at that, but where can the list for the LVOB BA player can be found? It can be found on my channel on Friday, Crozier, because I just finished filming a 25-minute video, and I've made the sexiest thumbnail of my life, so it'll be coming out on Friday. We are close to 150 likes on this stream. Would appreciate it if we could get there. The Sanguiner is also a great choice for the fallback and charge with this 12-inch fly. I feel the problem with the Sanguiner is your opponent can just not charge. Yeah, I mean, sometimes though, if the opponent's not charging you and you're just holding objectives and scoring points, is that the worst thing in the world? I don't know about you, but if I was running a list like this where I can just unload a Land Raider full of Terminators on the center objective and my opponent's not going to charge me, then I'm feeling pretty happy about that. And yeah, at some point I'm going to have to rapid ingress or bring the Sanguiner onto the table, but bring him on in a corner and deploy some teleport homers. I mean, I've been in games where friggin' Angron's deployed a teleport homer to try and get points against me, you know? And hey, World Eaters took a massive nerf today. They're not going to have the ability to bring friggin' Angron back basically every turn, right? That's going to be nice. Thank God. Every single game I play World Eaters, Angron's back. It's like a bad case of deja vu. Good evening, Sean. How are you? Do you know what? Valrak was here. I should have asked him if he knows how to gift out subs, because apparently YouTube emailed saying that we can gift out subs, and I get so many grey names in chat. We gift out some subs to these. It's apparently free. I'm going to figure it out, and then the people that I like the most in chat, well, not really, just anyone that's cool and hangs out in the channel, I'll give out some gifted subs every month. I think that's awesome. Trying to outplay the Sanguiner could end up in less optimal play. Yes, I want to learn the Sanguiner. I think even if you are maybe not the hugest fan of Sons of Sanguinius, it's probably worth trying to learn the Sanguiner. So, let's go back to this list then. I guess let's lose the Chaplain and Terminator armor. Let's lose the Terminators. Let's see how this would work with Blade Guard. Blade Guard are now strength 7, AP 2 damage, 5 attacks each on the Blade Guard. That's 5 attacks each on the Blade Guard is actually pretty nice, right? I play Blade Guard a lot in Gladius detachment. I think they're good with 4 attacks. So 5 attacks is nice, strength 7 is really nice. Remembering they've got the Blade Guard ability built in, so they can reroll hits of 1, or they can reroll invulnerable saves of 1. You choose that at the start of every fight phase. Basically, if you fight first, you take the offensive bonus. If you're defending first, you take the defensive bonus, right? It's very simple. It's very handy. How are we shaving 135 points? I don't know, but it might have to be the heavy intercessors that go, which is sad because I really, really like those units. And do you know what? The example I showed with the Sanguinar, imagine those were Khorne Berserkers. Because I think statistically the Sanguinar can probably kill 4 or 5 Khorne Berserkers. So Khorne Berserkers are... I was going to say, let's just say it. Khorne Berserkers are bullshit. They do too much damage for guys that are just meh. Heretics, I guess. So Khorne Berserkers charge you. Normally it's pretty devastating. Same as 8-bound, actually. I don't think the Sanguinar is very good against 8-bound. But when I played World Eaters recently, my heavy intercessors were amazingly good against both 8-bound and Berserkers. Just most of the time, toughness 4 Marines would just melt to that. Yeah. So hold on, how much is a regular chaplain? Like, not in just a chaplain? 60. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this influenza I had last week. Okay, so something's got to give. I feel like the only thing that can give is the heavy intercessors. Or we lose the Calidus Assassin and take some scouts. That would save 25 points. That would put me at 1990. The Captain on Foot now gets 10 attacks at strength 7 when he uses ability on the charge. I would pair that with the Blade Guard, says Mullen. Yeah, I was thinking that, and he also gets devastating wounds. The reason to take the Chaplain in this list is because I'm running a shitload of Death Company elsewhere. I've got a Death Company 5-man, another Death Company 5-man, and a Death Company Dreadnought, all of which will be OC 0. So running the Chaplain will just potentially give me another place on the board where I'm granting them OC, and also the leader ability on this Chaplain, is pretty nice in that I can just choose one friendly Adeptus unit within 12. This Chaplain's probably going to be in the middle of the board with the Blade Guard, so it should give me like a giant opportunity to just pick a unit once per battle at the start of any phase. So basically, like, if I need a unit to be non-battle shocked, boom, done. Are you running 2 Vindicator tanks? Yeah, I really do want to keep the 2 Vindicator tanks, man. They're so good. They don't need any buffs on them. I've been running them in Gladius for the longest time. Do you know what? If I wanted to shave a little bit of points, I did think as well, rather than run Vindicator tanks, could run Ballistus Dreadnoughts. Could run 2 of them. One of my Ballistus Dreadnoughts is completely grey, I think. I haven't put any paint on it. But that might be a better way to do this. If I run 2 Ballistus Dreadnoughts, save, they're 140, I'd save 100 points. So potentially I could put, like, inside the Redeemer, I could have like 6 Blade Guard at that point. And they're still led by a Chaplain. Probably might not even have to lose the heavy intercessors. I would take minimum 2 Chaplains with that many Death Company. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking, Highland Phoenix. Like, I've got Lamartas with a 10-man, but I feel like I have to have one more Chaplain on the board. It'd be too difficult to try and use one Chaplain for... I guess there's only 4 Death Company units, but it feels like a lot to expect one chaplain to be in a position to grant, because it's 12 inches on the Death Company they need to be within, right? So I feel like I need to have 2 chaplains, and if I've got one chaplain with the blade guard in the middle of the board, then that potentially solves that, right? Could we drop the Death Company Dreadnought? We could drop the Death Company Dreadnought. The thing about the Death Company Dreadnought was, so my thought as of late was I always take Librarian Dreadnought, who gets no ability to reroll on the psychic power. So to be fair, I've only failed like the odd critical psychic power, but it did cost me like a top finish at the GT. But I was thinking Death Company Dreadnought in from reserve with a heavy flamer. I think mine's modelled with double heavy flamer. So Death Company Dreadnought in from reserve with double heavy flamer. We make the 7-inch charge. What melee weapon is stronger on the Death Company Dreadnought now? I'm going to ask chat. Chat, I've got another poll for you. What weapon is stronger on the DC Dreadnought? So it would be 8 attacks, strength 10, AP 2, 3 damage, or 6 attacks, strength 14. I mean, that'll help with tank shock, I guess. AP 3, 3 damage. And they're both twin linked. Twin linked. Bear in mind the second option will have a better or more reliable tank shot. I mean, the war suit will be strength 16 now, will it? Because it's already strength 14. Maybe there's finally a reason to take a tactical war suit, maybe? You want to be charging monsters and vehicles with the +2, exactly. So you want to bring in the Death Company Dreadnought from reserve, you want to make a 7-inch charge. Assuming that you don't kill the enemy, you get to fight them again, right? Assuming they fight you back, which they kind of have to. Can you talk through 2 Vindicators and not just one? I think if you focus fire anything with 2 Vindicators in Oath of the Moment, you're pretty much guaranteed to kill it, because in the early game, you use their Hunter-Killer missiles, they average 6 shots from the main cannon. So with 2 Vindicators, you basically get something like 14. If you use Oath of the Moment, so you get 14 attacks, full rerolls to hit, strength 14, minus strength 14, minus 3 d6 damage. It's a lot. Have I considered the Storm Raven? I haven't. You still have the Gladius Brain. I think shooting is. I still think shooting's stronger this edition than melee. I think this gives us the option to probably run a strong melee list. But shooting's still strong, man. Like, I did think, like, because obviously I've got shitloads of jump infantry. I could just say, fuck it. We're all running, you know, I've got 30 Sanguinius Guard, I think I've got 20 Vanguard Vets, I've got boatload of Death Company and God knows how many Assault guys. So I could just go like 100 T4 bodies, but the problem is I don't think Tier 4 bodies are strong. And the LVO list that went 6-0, the only Tier 4 bodies he had were Death Company with -1 damage. So yeah, maybe I do still have a bit of a Gladius head on. But having run double Vindicator multiple times now, it's just very, very handy. But yeah, do you know what? If we come, when I run Gladius again, we'll come back to the double Vindicator. For now, let's go double Ballistus. Because I think there'll probably be a time in the near future where I run double Vindicator again, because I love it. It's really good. Let's make it, how do I make it 6 foot blade guard? I'll just add here. Yeah. 5 points over if we do that. Super annoying. It's like infiltrators, Calidus, assassin, heavy intercessors. Potentially one of them needs to go. Or we start thinking about what Reziel was saying, and yeah, I mean, what about a squad of Outriders? That would save the points. Lose the heavy intercessors, lose the infiltrators, and add a squad of bikes. Oath kind of goes to waste here. I suppose, yeah, Oath was a good choice for the double Vindicator, wasn't it? Every other unit here has got a pretty baked-in reroll, give or take. So yeah, maybe this isn't taking advantage of Oath the same way as the... Alright, hold on then. I know I love the heavy intercessors. Maybe they're a Gladius unit. Let's lose them. Let's go back to double Vindicator. I think that's probably the right call. Because I think double Vindicator with Oath is just so damn strong. It's basically like you just look at an opponent and just delete their unit, right? So we have Infiltrators. We have 6 Blade Guard inside the Redeemer with a Chaplain. We have Lamartes with 10 Death Company. We have the Sanguinar with Death Company Dreadnought. We get 2 other 5-man Death Companies. And we've got the Assassin, and we're 5 points over. Drop the heavies for normal. Yeah, well, I think the other option would be to run 2 Lancers. That would fix it. That would give me 55 points left, and I could put in some sort of trash unit, I guess, to fill out. Excuse me. How many likes? We got 154. We got more likes than probably the most likes we ever got in a stream. Thanks, guys. Drop the Death Company Dreadnought. Replace it with what? 2 scoops. I like the Death Company Dreadnought. The game, yeah, I'm going to run this tomorrow night at 7:30. So if you guys want to, if you want to watch the new Sons of Sanguinius list, I do think it needs balance though. Like I do think it still needs some firepower in there. I think two Vindicators and a Redeemer gives it that firepower.
I have awoken.
James likes the Death Company Dreadnought. Evening, James. I'm glad you. Hope you're well. Hope Chicago's treating you well this winter. Death Company Dreadnought slaps with the +2 strength. People like the Furioso Fist. 75% people still think the Fist is the way to go. That's what I was thinking, because you could tank shock with the Fists. So the Death Company Dreadnought charging in would be brutal with tank shock. Well, it's already good with tank shock, but now it's strength 14. And obviously Death Company Dreadnought rerolls all hits and all wounds because it's twin linked. This list needs more melee. I mean, this is the most melee list I've made. The only way I could get more melee would be to drop the Infiltrators and put in like a squad of assault intercessors, but I've got no one really to lead them. Alright, hold on. If we do remove the Infiltrators, and let's just throw reason to Like, we'll try Outriders for the first time in forever. 80 points now. What were Outriders before? Were they 85? I'm sure at one point Outriders were like 100 plus points. Games Workshop struggle to balance these guys. Why have they got 2 weapon profiles? That's wrong, surely. Oh, the weapon profile will be for if you include like an 18.
I have awoken.
November 1, thank you so much for subscribing. Good evening. Is the 3-inch denying worth it? Well, based on the fact that I keep losing games because people keep putting shit into my deployment zone, Dave, yeah, I guess I feel like it's worth trying the infiltrators again. I haven't run them in ages, though. You do need something to hold your home objective. I mean, I don't necessarily have anything that can do that effectively, do I? Good sticky it with a squad of regular intercessors. I do like regular intercessors for that purpose. But then the problem is the second you move out of your own backfield, then they just drop some shit on it and you've lost it. They were 95 before this last Dataslate. Alright. I mean, that's one of the reasons to think about scouts, right? Because scouts can sit on that home field objective, and then whenever you feel comfortable that you maybe don't need it anymore, or there's more points to be had elsewhere, you can just pick them up and put them into strategic. $85 points for jump intercessors. They move through walls with more attacks than the Outriders. They do mortals as well. Yeah, I mean, the only reason to take the Outriders would be because of the toughness on the wounds. I mean, technically they have more OC if you get all 3 of them onto the objective than the assault intercessors. I think that's hard to do, though. It would mainly just to be to advance them somewhere, probably, and get points. Infiltrators are a must, says James. Just, having not been able to play Outriders for like the longest time, it feels like it would be nice to play them again, but maybe they're still just not good enough. I can't get this list to work. Do I need to drop the Sanguinius? What's Miles playing? He's playing guard. Excuse me. Jimmy says he's building 10-man death company without jump back, using plasmas and power weapons to put them in a drop pod for alpha strike, charging their pistols to explode for sustained hits. What do you think? I think you would be better building them with power fists, because I think power fists are probably the most exciting thing Blood Angels have now, with the fact that they're strength 10 minus 2 damage. But I mean, I guess if you explode a guy with your pistols and then everybody else gets sustained hits, potentially that'd be better if you've got power fists. Let's do it Reaver time. Reaver time. I actually have painted Reavers because I painted them before we got... Well, I guess I didn't paint them before we got the rules, but I guess I painted them before we got like 5 years of them having crappy rules. I mean, they got strength 6 knives. Whoop, whoop. And they get nothing else of use. I mean, I think if you were going to put a unit in the backfield to sit on the objective, I guess it would be intercessors now. Or assault intercessors are your cheapest ones, I guess. I don't have Karmanov Stomp, but he's cool. Is it tank or infantry heavy guard? I haven't looked, man. I don't want to look. I just want to build my strong... I want to build a list that I feel benefits a lot from the Sons of Sanguinius detachment. It's a shame about the Sanguinary Guard not getting a points cut. Yeah, well, here's the thing, like, they needed it. I don't see how anyone can think that they didn't need it, because, like, here we are building a list, and the Sanguinary Guard aren't even in the conversation. Everything else is in the conversation. Centurions. Do you know what? I did like it when I had Centurions inside the Land Raider or the Repulsor with the Blade Guard. I did enjoy that. Maybe I should give the Centurions one run out. Hold on. If we made it only a 3-man Blade Guard... Alright, hold on. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. So I really want to keep the Infiltrators. So let's lose one 5-man Death Company. That'd be fine. Let's lose 3 Blade Guard. So there's only 3 Blade Guard in the middle. But let's add the Assault Centurions. Let's get those guys back, and I want to try them out with Strength 12 fists, because I was on a big, like, I was winning a lot of games with the Assault Centurions in the list. And what that gives room for is a friggin' squad of scouts. Alright, we've got the list. Scouts. Why is it not finding scouts? Oh, scout squad. Okay. So this, I mean, I guess I can put enhancement icon of the angel on the chaplain. I honestly don't even know what that does. Each time an enemy unit with engagement range is selected to fall back, they must make a desperate escape to test. When doing so, if the enemy unit is also battle shocked, they subtract 1. Okay, so if you want to fall back from the Blade Guard, there's a desperate escape to test. Ooh, excuse me, desperate escape. But it's only against, like, infantry. That's why it's kind of worthless in my opinion. Excluding monsters, I guess swarms. Okay, Narglings would have to make a desperate escape. Excuse me. Alright. So, we've got a Chaplain with Icon of the Angel, we've got Lamartez, we've got the Sanguinor. The Chaplain's leading 3 Blade Guard. Part of the reason he's leading them is just to... Oh no, that's put me 10 points over. What the fuck? Can I not do math? Oh well, I thought that was worthless anyway, so fine. We've got a Chaplain leading 3 Blade Guard. We've got Lamartez leading 10 Death Company. We've got the Sanguinor in his heroic magical intervention thing. We've got the 3 Blade Guard. We've got 3 Assault Centurions. Each Assault Centurion is going to have Twin Flamer and Siege Drill, except one guy is going to lose his bolters and get Centurion Assault Launchers, which basically gives them the grenade keyword, I believe. I'm sure that's what it is. Yes, so we can throw grenades with Centurions if we need to, and by doing that we lose a couple of bolter shots. I think it's worth it. We keep our Death Company Dreadnought. He's double heavy flamer. He's in reserve, so he can come in and make that sweet 7-inch charge, rerolling all hits and wounds. We've got 10 Death Company with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists with Lamartez, so they're strength 10 lethal hits. We've got 5 Death Company with Infernal Pistols and Power Fists, because more Death Company is good. Make the music stop. You feel like you're in a bad Blade music. I mean, 160 people liked the stream, Dodub, and you come in here and play me music. It's fine. I'm chilling, man. I like this type of music, I guess. Sorry if you don't, I guess. Hey, if I could play Metallica right now, I would, but then YouTube will copyright strike me or whatever it is. I'd basically listen to Metallica Orion on repeat, honestly. What a great song that is. We got the Infiltrators. We got the Redeemer. We got the Scouts. So we can start the Infiltrators to screen. We can start the Scouts on our home field objective. We get the Double Vindicator. We get the Callous Assassin. Hopefully that takes, like, how much advantage of the +2 strength are we actually going to make? So the Chaplain will make advantage. The Martyrs will take advantage of it. I actually don't really know. His Blood Crozius is strength 6, so he goes up to strength 8 as well, actually. And he's lethal hits. I'm going to have to remember all these lethals. So that's 250, 310 points. They're all taking advantage of that. Then we've got 90 plus 150 is 240, plus 165 is 405, plus 405 plus 390, so that's like 800 points. Okay, so like 1100 points of our list are going to make a lot of advantage of the +2 strength and +1 attack. I mean, Infiltrators will make a tiny bit of advantage of +2 strength. I mean, I guess that means Infiltrators, like, on the charge will hit on strength 6 and have like 4 attacks each. Yeah, I mean, maybe your Infiltrators will kill some shit in melee. Maybe the Scouts will kill some shit in melee. You can put a single chainsword into the Scouts. So you get 5 attacks with that chainsword. The rest of the guys on their knives or close combat. Okay. Interesting. Vindicators are usually strength 6, so I guess your tank tracks will be strength 8 now, for what it's worth. The Redeemer's tank tracks will be strength 10, I think. Yeah, strength 10 on the 6 attack strength, 7 attack strength 10 on the Land Raider Redeemer. I guess you could charge shit with your Redeemer, maybe. And the Assassin doesn't benefit at all from the Blood Angels detachment. What do you guys think? Well, I mean, it's 11:05 and I have to pack this list before I go to bed at like 11:30 for the game tomorrow night, so I don't think there's much time to debate it much, but give the Scouts some more gear. Yeah, I mean, I give the Scouts a sniper rifle and a shotgun. Well, 1 missile launcher, 1 sniper rifle. Mine are actually armed with 2 shotguns. I guess they all have close combat weapons, do they? I got 1 guy with a bolt gun. I guess a bunch have bolt pistols, and the sergeant can have a chainsword, can't he? Chainsword. Something like that. I think I've got 1 too many bolt guns in there. 4 bolt pistols, 4 close combat weapons. So 1 missile launcher, 1 sniper rifle, 2 shotguns. What have I fucked up? I wish that these error messages were more verbose. That's the one thing I hate. Invalid war gear. Yeah, well, tell me what's invalid. The bolt gun can be replaced. Oh, I replaced this close combat weapon. Oh, that's silly. So the Scout Sergeant has both a close combat weapon and a chainsword. That's why it was invalid. Okay. Sure. DTM says, send it, let's face it. You're going to need more than 1 game to finalize anyway. Yeah, and I mean, the idea is to experiment and see if +2 to strength actually makes me want to play Sons of Sanguinius, because I said right before I went live, let me show you this. I've made let me find it. Here it is. Thumbs. I've made this, right? Which I think is one of the best thumbnails potentially that I've ever made. the undefeated Las Vegas Open 2024 Blood Angels list. So I've made that thumbnail, and I'm putting that list out on Friday, because the video got filmed right before I went live tonight. That's why I didn't go live till 9:30. Thank God the Vindicator didn't get a points drop. It was 210 or 205 at the start of the edition. I think it's good at 190, though. I think it's probably pretty balanced at 190. Fine, so I need to remake tomorrow's thumbnail as well, because I'm sure tomorrow's... Oh no, tomorrow's thumbnail's got the Land Raider Redeemer in it. I'm okay. So I've got the game against Miles tomorrow night. We'll run the Sons of Sanguinius list. That list that I've just made right now. And I'd like to probably run a couple more Sons of Sanguinius lists. But if we don't feel the plus... Like, I need to play more than one army with the +2 strength and see how it starts to feel. And also need to... I've got no experience playing Sons of Sanguinius this season, to be honest, because I think Gladius is still really good. And the video that I'm putting out on Friday shows a Gladius list that went 6-0 LVO and breaks it down and says why I think it's really good. And I was honestly going to take a bunch of it before the Dataslate came out, because I made the slides for that video last night before I'd seen the Dataslate. This is your favourite Blood Angels commander list in a while. I appreciate that. It's not like I don't want to run Blood Angels as attachment. I just do want to win tournaments. And I guess that's probably the guy that went to LVO and went 6-0 with Gladius Blood Angels is probably in the same boat, in that he probably felt before these changes it would have been impossible to go 6-0 with Sons of Sanguinius, but he was doing it with Gladius. So it's good. It's good. This is a step in the right direction. Whether or not this fixes things, but considering historically, when you're like a low win rate army, Games Workshop just leave you at that 45% to languish, and you can languish there for like a whole edition, or for a year or 2 years or something. So the fact that we are not being left to languish is great. And for the first time in honestly 6 months, I was excited to build a Sons of Sanguinius list. Didn't feel like I was doing it with one hand tied behind the back. I guess we get so many likes and views on the stream tonight, other people must feel the same. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching for as long as you did. If you didn't yet, leave a like on the stream. It would be cool if you could, because it means that YouTube will think that this is a great stream and it will show it to some other people. Just so you guys know, I know a bunch of you, like an absolute bunch of you, have entered into my raffle for raising money for children's charity, and you guys have been super generous already. Just how can I show you my screen real quick? So we raised over $1,000 already for the children's charity here. Thank you to everybody that bought tickets. Super generous of you. I hope some of you will come past tomorrow night and see me probably get absolutely destroyed as Blood Angels, but I'll try and be positive. Thoughts on the Redeemer? I've only run it once, and I ran it into Chaos Knights, and it didn't do as well as I would have liked, but I'm trying not to give judgment on it after only playing it once. Is there a cut-off date for the raffle? Yes, February the 5th at 9 PM. So you've got, like, last night, like 24 hours, so like 6 days from now, just less than 6 days from now. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some of you guys tomorrow night. I'm gonna have to go and find all these Death Company models from the drawers of despair here in this room and get them packed. I'm excited though. I'm excited to run a melee. I would have liked the army to be even more melee based. As I say, this is like 1,200 points of melee. This is possibly as high as I can go. Thank you so much for subscribing, the Wowler. I appreciate it. 1,200 points of melee. And then like a melee assassin, but I don't think she really counts. I know in last edition you could really run 2,000 points of melee, or whatever it was, 1,875 points of melee in a Whirlwind. The Whirlwind, I went up like 30 points, man. What? Last question then before I go. What do people think of the Whirlwind point increase? It's madness, is it? Anyone that was running Whirlwinds, what are you thinking now? Are you like, I already thought the Whirlwind looked super edge case, bad. Whirlwinds are 180 10 points less than a Vindicator. Get out of here, man. What even is that? That's got to be into the trash tier now. Kevin says it wasn't good enough to go at all. Yeah. I feel absolutely fine. I just can't shake the cough, DTM. It was influenza that my son got last week because they finally got the tests back from the lab. So it was just the influenza virus, but I've never seen a kid with a temperature over 41 degrees before. That was insane for us. I guess influenza mutates every year. That's what they say. That's why it does kill people every year. So, yeah, tough bout of influenza here north of the wall up in Scotland. Someone who hates indirect fire, it's good. I don't think it was scary though, man. Like, I don't even think it was good at the points it was. What was it before? I think it was 150, maybe 155. But it's up at 180 now, and it's like 6 indirect shots at strength 8 minus 2/2, but you're always going to be shooting with -1 to hit, and the enemy is going to be in cover. So I really don't think it was good. It was 145 before. I wouldn't even take it at 145, man. Yeah. I appreciate that, Jim. Guys, have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out for so long. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow night. I've got the LVO list video coming out on Friday, and I'll be back here on Saturday night. And you know what? On Saturday night, I'll either be painting Heavy Intercessors, I'll either be painting the Calidus Assassin, or maybe for the first time in fucking 6 months, I'll paint a melee unit because I'll want to try and field a melee unit. So, hopefully I'll see you guys at some stream in the next few days. Have a wicked evening. Highland Phoenix, thank you so much for the super chats tonight. Gifted subs. I'm gonna Google, how do YouTubers give gifted subs? Right, how can I give gifted subs as a channel creator? Because they literally emailed me and said I can do this. Can creators gift sub? YouTube will enable channels to give 10 free subscriptions per month. YouTube's looking to help creators boost their channel subscriber counts for the holidays with a new program that will enable channel creators to give 10 subscriptions per month to their audience free of charge. Okay, where's the fucking button to do it? If there's a button to do it, eligible creators can gift their 10 free memberships per month during the live stream. Click the dollar button within the live chat. Select membership gifting. I don't have the membership gifting on. I'll look into it and find out if there's something I can turn on. I'd like to get some of you guys into the members only and give some gifted members. Desolation Marines go up as well. I don't think they did, but they were kind of unplayable as they were. The Whirlwind is more points than we have likes on the stream. It is, I guess. I don't know why anyone would run a Whirlwind now. And I think to be good, the Whirlwind, you had to run 2 of them from my understanding. So that strategy was already super quirky. I don't think it's good. For Redemptor Dreadnoughts, I know, man, I was just starting to think about running in a Redemptor. I don't know why they've gone up 10 points. You were thinking that Kevin was saying that Iron Storm Detachment Whirlwind lethal hits thing and sustained was super annoying. I did look at that, I just thought it was a bit quirky, Kevin, but maybe it was better than I was giving it credit for. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:30. Oh, we're going to start 15 minutes early. 7:15. Me and Miles. Blood Angels versus Guard. Sons of Sanguinius is back. I might change the title of tomorrow's stream to just Melee is back on the menu, boys. Let's see what's happening. Enjoy your evening, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.